guys, Vicki Neltner here, the recipe girl, and I'm going to show you how to make my French dip sandwiches. I've had a few requests for these in the past week, so I'm going to show you how to do it. The first thing is we're going to take a shallot, and these are little purple type onions. Sometimes they're purple, sometimes they're brown, but they're normally found over by the bulk garlic at your Kroger's or Meijer's. That's usually where you find them. So I've got two of them chopped up here right now, and I'm going to chop this one up just the way I did that one. Take the outer skin off. So while I'm doing this, let me explain to you what these are. Have you ever went to Arby's and gotten their French dip sandwiches? Well, these are like 10 times better, I must say. But what we're going to use is we're going to use shallots, roast beef from the deli counter, just a pound. Well, for my family of 4, pound of roast beef and provolone cheese and hoagie buns. And that's it. And some beef consomme, which I'll get to in a second. So let's just go ahead and chop up these onions like I taught you how to before, on how to chop up an onion. There's that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, then in, and then down again. That way you get all the same size. You might have one straggler in there that you gotta chop up like this one. Okay, so now we've got 3 shallots completely chopped, ready to go. I don't know if you can hear it, but in the skillet, I've got about 3 tablespoons of plain old butter. Sticks, by the way, not margarine. And I'm going to put these 3 shallots in there to just soften them up. Alright, so now I'm just going to saute these up in a little bit of butter. And this won't take long to saute up because these onions, let me explain shallots to you. You know, you got your sweet Vidalia, you got your red onion. These shallots, the smaller the onion, the sweeter they are. Now, I'm going to not lie to you. When I cut up the first 2 before we went to air here, my eyes were leaking, as I like to say. I don't admit to crying, I leak. But, but they are sweeter tasting. Once you cook them down, they're sweeter than your average Vidalia. So we've got 3 in the skillet. Going to get them going. And if you notice here, I'm not adding salt. I know I'm a big fan of kosher salt and garlic pepper, but I'm not really adding that to this. And I'll show you why here in a second. Let this saute up a little bit. Well, you know me. I gotta use the garlic pepper. Put a sprinkle or 2 of that in there. I just love me some garlic. But I am omitting the salt on this dish. And the reason being is because in just a minute, I'm going to add 2 cans of Campbell's beef consomme. What this is this is not, it's kind of like beef broth, but upscale. In it, it has gelatin. So if I were to open this can up like this, leave it on my counter till the next morning, it would be like Jello because of the gelatin in it. But we're going to use it right now, so it's not going to get like that. But it just has more of a heartier, meater flavor to it. So look here, I've got all of these onions sauteed up within a matter of, what, 2 minutes of me rambling? So now, we're going to add to it our 2 cans of beef consomme. Oh, I love the sound of that. And here's our other one. Now, I'm going to turn the heat off, just so that I can come over here and show you the meat. So I'm going to turn that heat off because look at this meat. This roast beef was just from the deli counter. I asked them to get it rare and shaved thin. They asked me if I wanted the boar's head, did I want profit selection. I personally just said whatever's cheapest. It doesn't matter. So get whatever is on sale at your Kroger's or Meijer's. But what I did was I got the red kind. Now I know a lot of people don't like, they're determined to have their meat cooked. You don't understand. When you put it in that hot liquid here in a minute, it's going to end up cooking like that. So I'm just going to take this meat, and I'm going to cut it. That's it. Just cut it right in half. And now what I'm going to do is just kind of break it apart so I can just throw it right on into this meat mixture. This is so fast and easy. I mean, you can get these meals in your oven and out within, I'm serious, from start to finish, 20 minutes or so. So if you've got soccer that night or something, these things are phenomenal. I preheated my oven to 350 degrees. because what I'm going to do is after I get this meat in, it's going to cook really fast. I mean, I'm talking straight off the heat. And then we're just going to take it out with tongs, and we're going to put it into our pre-sliced hoagie buns and some cheese, and then pop in the oven just till the cheese melts. I'm going to take this meat with no seasoning on it, no salt, no pepper, because you've got enough salt in anything Campbell's with the sauce over here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on low just for a second. Take this meat, pop it right on in this au jus. This is what we made when you get fancy French au jus. So I'm going to take this meat, pop it right on in, just kind of stir it around. These are so yummy, oh my gosh. Because then what you do is you take this meat out of the skillet, pop it into your hoagie buns, and then while they're in the oven, you take the juice out of here and put it in like a coffee cup or a ramekin or even a cereal bowl. And then you take after the cheese melts, you slice the sandwiches at a horizontal angle and you can dip it in that juice. Incredible. And homemade. So see, dads, you single dads out there that might just gotten custody of your kids or something, you know, I don't know your life, but you know, I know a few people's life. But this way, you can make dinner for your family, or even if you're a college kid or a new cook. So there we go. It is ready. So I'm going to take this off the heat, bring it right back over here. So now what I'm going to do is I went ahead and I've taken 6 pieces of aluminum foil. I prefer to use the non-stick on this, or if you don't have non-stick, if you don't want to go out and buy that, buy any old kind of aluminum foil and just spray it with a little kitchen spray or a little cooking spray, but I didn't want to use it on this one. So I'm going to take my hoagie bun here, open it up, take out a pair of tongs, just come in here and get just a couple pieces of this meat. Look at that. And then you just stick it right on into your hoagie bun. Remember, preheat that oven to 350 because you're going to cook these in the oven and it's cooked through. You're only doing this to be able to melt the cheese. Look at this. Oh my grief. I love me some French dip. And then I'm going to take 2 pieces of provolone cheese. Just kind of tuck it right on here. And this is why you want to use the non-stick cooking or non-stick aluminum foil, because this cheese will stick. So that's what I'm saying. If you don't have that, just spray it down. Put it right in here. Tuck it over in the end and then roll it up. Just remember which side was the top so that when you put it in your oven. And then I'm just going to put it right here on my rack. And if this is a cookie sheet with just a cooling rack on it, you can put these in your oven to 350 degrees. You're not going to hurt anything. And then I'm just going to make the rest of them, all 6, and pop them in the oven. So I made 6 sandwiches. That's how many hoagie buns were included with the package of hoagie buns that I bought from Kroger. And like I said, 1 pound of thinly sliced rare roast beef. And that's all I needed to make 6 sandwiches. My family of 4 will eat 4 of these, and then my husband can take 1 or 2 to work. So pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes, and then I'll show you how to put the au jus. Okay guys, I just pulled the sandwiches out. They were only in there for 15 minutes, and during that time, I went ahead and just fried up some homemade French fries. So I'm going to open up one of these bad boys and show you what these look like. Ha ha ha! Look at how yummy! You tell me what grown man wouldn't want to take the leftovers of this to work. That's all I'm saying. So we're going to take this, cut it in half. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Can you see that? The cheese in that? A little bit of onion in there. Put this on here. Put your au jus right here on a plate. And a few French fries. And you got dinner. So see, now you can, guys, because there's no excuse. Keep watching me, and next week I'll put another video up next weekend. Possibly meatloaf. We'll see. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.